Hello again. Today, we will learn about gowning and how to enter and exit clean room area. As a manufacturing technician, you need to understand the procedure and type of gowning you need to adhere to in different areas of a manufacturing facility. There are three different areas in the biotech pharma manufacturing facility. First one is an uncontrolled area, which is kind of an adjacent area where manufacturing technicians hang out when no activities are going on the manufacturing floor, in other words, a general area in an office or a factory for employees to get together, and more like a starting point. If I have to elaborate more, I would say a holding area for all the manufacturing technicians and a place where all the manufacturing team gathers for discussions. This is also an area where you would sit in before going to the manufacturing floor. You would have discussions with your supervisor on what to do next. This is also an area to have shift exchange discussions. Shift exchange is conducted by supervisors to provide information to the manufacturing technicians. At the beginning of their shift, this entails instructions on what they will be doing today. Gowning is an important part for drug and patient safety. Two other areas where gowning is needed are C, D, and A, B, and we will learn that in this class. On this screen, you see a cabinet on the left, that is your locker. Next you see is A, crossover bench, and accessory cabinet. These are the few common sight. Locker for storing your street clothes, cabinet for accessing masks, scrubs, gowns, hairnet, gloves, shoe cover. We will go over each and every tool we need and its importance. Let us discuss essentials used in a gowning procedure. As you can see on the screen, first thing on the left is a shoe with a cover, and you see how it is worn. Next you see is a mask. I am sure nowadays everyone knows its importance. Sterile gloves, as we know what sterile is, manufactured and packed with no contamination whatsoever of any kind and ready to use. Next thing you see is the sticky mat. Dirt on your shoes can get stuck on this mat, and this is usually before entering a controlled area. Next are nitrile gloves. These are not sterile. On this screen, you see general gown used in the lab by lab workers where they do tests of chemicals and tests of produced drugs. This gown is slightly different from manufacturing gown. This is for your understanding of various scrubs and gowns for your better understanding. There is a scrub in the middle, just like doctors and nurses wear in healthcare. To the right of it, clean room gown, which is in blue color, is for grade C and D. All the way to the right is a white gown. This is more stringent, used for aseptic or sterile filling, which you have already learned. At this stage, if you want to learn gowning at fast pace, from scrub to C and D to gown and B, this is the sequence you need to lock in your memory. In other words, when you are going towards clean room manufacturing area, after taking your general cloths off, scrub is the first thing you wear. Scrub stays on. C and D, gowning, goes on top of scrub, and B gowning goes on top of C and D. If you remember that how to gown is easy and will be pro when you have to gown in real time. The most important thing is the sequence of things during gowning, so everything stays clean and we are constantly moving towards cleaner and more cleaner stage. In this training, we will go over the sequence of what goes first and what is the last thing you should do while gowning to be a well-qualified gowning person. 1. An experienced gown expert would coach you a perfect sequence on what to wear first. When you are about to enter a clean room, you know the very first sequence is to wear scrub. After wearing scrub, there is a sequence which is hairnet, beard cover if you have beard, safety glasses, gloves, then you move on to C and D gowning, and if needed, A and B as well. Procedure of A and B vs procedure of C and D are the same. Thing to remember is that crossing over from less clean to more clean is the knowledge you need to learn and what precautions you need to take in order to not take germs further as you're moving towards more cleaner side. Another fact is scrub first, C and D or A and B, whichever activity you need to go for. Now, the second approach or sequence you need to know is how to wear a gown. So gown and you both stay clean and are moving towards more cleaner state without carrying the germs forward. And to make gowning accurate and simple, there is a top-down, a bottom-up, an inside-out sequence. Don't worry, we will simplify this next. Hello again. Now you are instructed by your supervisor to head to the clean room manufacturing floor. The first thing you do as you come into the entrance of clean room, there is always a sink to wash your hands. This is the first step. Now, you push the door and enter. After you have scanned your employee card, Remember, they are all push doors. At the beginning, inside the clean room, you may have to pull a door, and that is when you are deep inside clean room. The push doors are a way to reduce the hand touch. Your hands are one part that we are trying to keep the cleanest at all times. Try to make a practice by opening these doors by push of your elbow without involving your hands. You got the point. The very next thing on your picture 3 on your screen, choose the size of your scrub that fits you. Now, this is the first step. Get ready for the gowning now. Remember, we just talked about top down, bottom up, inside out approach. This is time to use top down approach. Pink up the hairnet first. You have covered the top of your body, just in case. If you were wearing gloves first and head was not covered, something could have fell from your hairs. You got the point. Now you have covered your head. Put your scrub top next. Then put the bottom scrub next. Now you can put the shoe cover on your shoes. Now you understand top-bottom approach, which is applicable to scrub, first step of your gowning. Now, remember, we said, we make sure we don't carry germs forward as we are moving clean room, since we just put shoe cover on your shoes, and your shoes are the closest to the ground, where most bacteria end up reaching. So let's wash hands before we put the gloves on. Now open the gloves, put them on just like picture number 8. Then wear your eye protector. Since you have clean hands and clean gloves on them, you can pick up the glasses. You get the point. The last picture, no 10, you are ready for gowning. In this picture, the technician is holding both his hands at his chest height. This is to remind you, inside clean room, this is the best practice, and always walk slow. In biotech and pharmaceutical industry, this is called moonwalk. Remember the term moonwalk, and always walk slow while in the clean room area. Now, you are ready in your scrub, moving from less clean area to more cleaner area. Top left picture on your screen, you are using your elbow to open the door, and again in more cleaner area, sanitize your hands. We're constantly moving towards cleaner and cleaner state. Now you choose gowning that fits your size. Lay down on the bench that you just about to cross over. Remember, the bench, you are moving from less cleaner side to the more cleaner side. Right now, you need to pick up every single item you need. A gown, which is an overall, a hoodie to cover your head, a mask to cover your mouth and nose, a set of gloves. As we are moving from less cleaning to more cleaning, we want to make sure we put another layer of protection, a new sterile gloves on top. Now, you wear your hoodie. Remember, we are still on top-down approach. Then moving to the mask, make sure your mask is tucked under your glasses and nose bridge. Now we are moving to inside-out approach. In simple words, always touch the gown from inside, not from outside. Because if your hands have just caught bacteria in last few seconds, you don't want that to be on the outer surface of your gown. Moreover, you always remember when you rip open plastic packing of your gown, you take the gown out by a hook, behind the color of your gown, on the inside. Keeping the same principle in mind, roll legs of the gown from putting your arm inside, and from inside roll it up. Remember, we have to avoid touching outer surface of the gown. Now, you can see in the next picture, technician is putting his leg in, without letting the gown touch the ground. Now both your legs are in. The top part you are holding it from inside still. With your left hand, you can put your right arm in, and one arm in. You can put the other arm in, after making sure that your hoodie is completely inside the gown. Now you have put the gown up fully, only few things are left, before you cross over the bench, and walk to more cleaner area from less cleaner area. Next image tells you to again sanitize your hand, as you will be opening sterile packing of booty of your gown because you wearing that next. Therefore, you want to sensitize your hands for an extra precautionary measure. Remember trying to keep your hands clean all the time. Moving towards more cleaner side, the picture number 14 you can see. Wear booty on your right foot first after you have taken booty out of its packaging. Remember, on the other side is much cleaner side C and D area. Now clean foot with the booty on shall go towards cleaner side. You should never put the clean foot with booty back on. Less clean side, now you can see the screen with the table in the middle in picture 17. You are on the right side of the bench. Less cleaner side ready with your C and D gown to cross over. Grade C and D area when you would have many rooms. Now you are inside the clean room after crossing the bench over. Now you would wear another set of glasses. These glasses are airtight between your mask and gown. At this point, again sanitize your hand as you are ready to go. But now you will put on another fresh layer of protection in a minute. This layer of protection is again another set of sterile gloves on your hands. At this point, we want you to carefully look at the screen at picture number 21. When you open the packing of a pair of gloves, as you can see in the picture, the gloves that are laid on cross over bench, Each glove has folded-up cuff that provides a way to grasp the glove. Without touching the exterior, grip the glove firmly by the inside surface. At the fold with your right hand, and slide the glove in, you have completely avoided touching the outer surface of the gloves. Moreover, the part you touch to put the glove on, you are going to roll that up on your forearm, and that part of the glove will go inside. Outer surface is all clean, you haven't touched it. In the picture number 24, you are about to go on the floor. Grade C and D. Again, push the door inside with elbow. Avoid touching with hands. We repeat certain things to make you understand the importance. Try to keep your hands clean as much as you can. For an example, if you are on the manufacturing floor, also called clean room, your company's GMP procedure would instruct you to spray alcohol on your hands every 15-20 minutes during operation. Now, your gowning for C and D is done. Difference between these two grades C, D, and A, B is more strict than C, D. There is a training on terminologies that you have completed. Area classification is explained about C, D, and A, B, and other factors and difference between two classes of cleanroom. Now we are moving to entry-exit logbook. This log simply keeps a track of book all the data, whoever has entered in this cleanroom, and exited at what time. Cleanroom is a restricted area. Only responsible persons are allowed. As a manufacturing technician, you will perform manufacturing activities on a daily basis. To perform these activities or drug, you need to know the entry-exit log and the information it is tracking. Many clean rooms have restrictions on maximum number of people allowed at a given time. Log helps keep track. It also creates traceability on which day, what operation, for which drug was performed. All logbooks create traceability. More information on logbook generates more traceability. Thank you for watching. See you in next class.